Hello class, we're about to start the first part of lesson 7 and it says surface area. Now the surface area is the total area of the outside faces of three-dimensional figures. This is different from the volume, which is the capacity of what a figure can hold. Surface area is expressed in square units. Now we have 3 examples here. We're going to skip over these examples, but we do need the formulas. So the surface area for a square is 6 times the side squared. The surface area for a rectangle is the perimeter times the height plus 2 times the base. And then finally, the surface area for a pyramid is half of the perimeter times the slant height plus the base. Okay, now we will go on further explanation on these formulas once we go through a few problems. So let's go here to problem number 1. Problem number 1, that is a rectangular prism. So we will use this formula here. So problem number 1, we have the surface area is equal to perimeter times the height plus 2 times the base. Okay, the surface area. Now, if you look here, problem number 1, this rectangular prism is on its side. It should be standing up like this because this 6 is its height. Now, this right here, this is the length and width down here at the bottom. So when we do the perimeter, remember opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. So what we would do here, the perimeter would be, it'll be 2 sides of 3. So we had 3 plus 3, and then 2 sides of 4. Then we will have 4 plus 4. Now that would take care of the P portion. Now we look here at the height. The height is 6. So that would be times 6 plus 2 times. Now this base here is actually the area of this rectangle. So this capital B is the area of this rectangle. So we know the area of a rectangle is length times width. So then that would be 3 times 4. So that would take care of that base. So the surface area is equal to, this would give us 14 times 6 plus 2 times 12. So the surface area is equal to 14 times 6 is 84 plus 2 times 12 is 24. So your surface area is 108. Now because they didn't give us any units, we'll just leave it as 108. Now we look here at problem number 2. Problem number 2 deals with the pyramid. So we had a surface area of a pyramid, which is surface area is equal to 1/2 times the perimeter times the side plus the base. So now we have the surface area is equal to 1/2. Now the perimeter of this pyramid is basically the bottom rectangle here. So we will add all of the sides. So all of the sides, it'll be 4 3s. Because it looks as though all the sides are equal. Now we have the slant height. The slant height goes from the top of the pyramid to the base of the pyramid. And it happens to be 5 here. Now we also add the base. Now the base here is the area of this rectangle that's at the bottom of this pyramid. So the base would be 3 times 3. So we have the surface area is equal to 1/2 times 3 added together 4 times is 12 times 5 plus 3 times 3 is 9. So we have the surface area is equal to half of 12 is 6 times 5 plus 9. 6 times 5 we know is 30 plus 9 will give us 39, and it's 39 square inches. So that would be number 2. Now we go over to number 3. Now number 3, if you notice here, all of these sides are equal. So this is a square prism. So the surface area of a square prism is 6 times side squared. So the surface area is 6 times the side is 2, and that's squared. So surface area is equal to 6 times 4, which is 24. And they don't give us any units, so our surface area would just be 24. Now we go here to problem number 4. If you notice here, matter of fact, let's skip to problem number 6, because 3 and 6 are basically the same. So we'll go to problem number 6 now. So we had a surface area of 6 times the side squared, because that's a square prism. So 6 times the side is 8 here, and that's squared. So surface area is 6 times 64. So the surface area is, let's see, that'll be 384. And since they give us units, it'll be square inches. Okay, now we move here to problem number, it looks like number 4 will be our next problem. So we go here to problem number 4, and we will sorry about that. Okay. All right. We're problem. You said what? Hold on. Okay. Now we're going to do problem number 4. Number 4 is a pyramid. So we had a surface area is equal to half of the perimeter times the side plus the base. So now we had surface area is 1/2. Now remember that perimeter is talking about the base of the perimeter, of the pyramid, which you notice here all of them is 12 meters. So we would do 12 4 times. So 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. Now that would take care of the perimeter. Now we have to do the side, which is the slant height, which is the S. The slant height here is 8 meters. Remember, it goes from the top to the base. So we will multiply that by 8. And then we will add the base. So remember, the base is length times width, so it'll be 12 times 12. So now we have a surface area equal 1/2. When you add 12 4 times, that'll be 48 times 8. And 12 times 12 is 144. So now we have a surface area is equal to, we could do half of 48, which is 24, times 8 plus 144. So 24 times 8, 2 carry our 3, that'll give us 192 plus 144. So our surface area here would be 336. And then they give us units, so it'll be square inches. Okay, now we need to do problem number 5. Problem number 5. We have here, this is a rectangular prism. So we have surface area is equal to the perimeter times the height plus 2 times the base. So the surface area is equal to the perimeter is the base here, which we have 5. We have 5 on both sides and 4 on both sides. So we have 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4. And then the height is 12 plus 2 times, we'll take the length times the width for the base. So that'll be 4 times 5. So we have surface area is equal to, this would be 18 times 12 plus, this would be 2 times 20. So you have the surface area is equal to 18 times 12, which will give us 216 plus 40. So your surface area will be 256, and that'll be square inches. So now we took care of problems 1 through 6. Now we have to deal with problems 7, 8, and 9. Okay, problem number 7, it says, well, B, it says choose the one best answer to each question. use the formulas on page 402. Now the formulas they're talking about are the three formulas we've been using. These three formulas, one for the square prism, rectangular prism, and a pyramid. Okay, so now with problem number 7, it says all the edges of a metal box are of equal length. If the surface area is 150 square inches, what is the length in inches of each edge of the box? So they're telling you all sides are the same. So that lets you know you're dealing with a square prism. So basically, the surface area of a square prism is 6x squared, 6s squared. And that is supposed to equal to 150 square inches, because they tell us that the surface area is 150. Now to find the length, all we need to do is divide each side by 6, and we have the surface squared is equal to 150 divided by 6 is 25, and that's 25 square inches. We'll take the square root of both sides, and the side is equal to 5 inches. So your answer here would be A. That took care of number 7. Now number 8. It says, which of the following is a true statement about the figure shown below? Okay, measurements indicated are all the same units. So basically, before we answer 8, let's do the surface area of both of the figures. The first figure is the square prism, which would be 6s squared. And the second figure is the rectangular prism, which would be the perimeter times the height plus 2 times the base. Okay, so now, we have the surface area is 6 times, and you notice here that the s is 5 squared. So the surface area is equal to 6 times 25, and the surface area is equal to 150. So that'll take care of that surface area. Now we do the surface area of the rectangular prism. So we add a perimeter. You notice here that this is laying on this side. So we would add all of these 3's together. So it'd be 4 3's. So it'd be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And then the height is 10 on its side, plus 2 times the base. We'll do 3 times 3, because remember that's the area. So the surface area is equal to, this would be 12 times 10 plus 2 times 9. Now 12 times 10 is 120, and 2 times 9 is 18. So the surface area is equal to 138. So now we have the surface area 150 for the square prism and 138 for the rectangular prism. So let's look at our answer choices. A, the surface area of figure A is equal to the surface area of figure B. You notice they're not the same, so that's not true. So B, the surface area of figure A is half the surface area of figure B. We know the surface area A is larger than surface area B. Then we go to C, the surface area of figure A is greater than the surface area of figure B, which is true. That'll be C. So, but if we look here at the last one, it says the sum of the surface area of both figure A and figure B is greater than 300. 150 plus 138 does not equal 300, or is not greater than it. So your answer is C. So now we go to the last problem, which is problem number 9. It says, if the dimensions of the box below are doubled, by how many square centimeters does the surface area increase? Okay, now if you notice here, all of the sides are the same. So since all of them are the same, that means that we would do the square prism. So first we have to do the surface area of the regular square prism. So the surface area would be 6s squared. So surface area would be 6 times 3 squared. So the surface area would be 6 times 9. So it'd end up being 54 centimeters squared. Okay, so that took care of the original. Now they tell us that each side is double, so we know each side is going to be 6. So we'll do the surface area of that. So it'd be 6 times s squared. So it'd be 6 times 6 squared. So it'd be 6 times 36, and 6 times 36 is 216. So your surface area here will be 216 square centimeters. Now, if you notice here, they want us to know how much it increased. So we would take the larger amount, which is the 216, minus the smaller amount, which is 54. So when we subtract this, this would be 2. We make this 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. So it'd be 162 square centimeters, which would give us C. So our answer here is C. And now we're done, and I will upload this to YouTube. Have a wonderful day.